Hey guys, J Limo here. I'm sorry. Let's try that again, shall we? Hello guys, Genesis Engine here, and here we are with the special for my 15th. Why am I getting this old? Anyways, so as you can see here, I did a Q&A back in May, and after all this pointless hours of editing just for 150 subs special when it already nearly at 200 and could have just done it there, here's your Q&A. So anyways, let's start getting to the questions. Union Pacific 982 Productions asks, what do you think will happen to the Amtrak California F-59 PHIs in a few years? I think they'll succumb to Chargers just like the Cascades and Pacific Surfliner F-59 PHIs, but unlike those two groups, I think that one will be preserved in the California State Railway Museum. How did you react to the news of 611 returning to Stratford this year? Although I'm not going to be able to go to it, I'm still hyped, and I'm pretty happy for those that get to see it once again. Now, now, don't get me wrong, and please do not hate me for this, but yes, I'm a 611 fan, but no, I do not live in the East Coast. For some reason. Anyways, moving on. Opinion on KCS being targeted for mergers?
No, seriously, it actually kind of pisses me off. At least KCS is in good hands with CN, however.
Not favorite to NPCU from Amtrak, not counting 406? That probably go to 90225. It was painted in an older Caltrain scheme that the older Caltrain F-59 PHIs had from, I'm guessing, the early 2000s, I want to say? I'm not too sure. Favorite 8300 and 6900 cab cars in Amtrak California and Pacific Surfliner? 8300 Amtrak California that go to 8306 for its new cast P5. For 6900 Amtrak California that go to 6963. Not too sure why, I just do. For Pacific Surfliner 6900 that go to 6902, which unfortunately burned. Big sad. What 3 places out of California would you like to go, rail fan? Number 3, Sherman Hill. Number 2, the Northeast Corridor. And number 1, Tennessee Pass.
Oh boy, finally, I'ma get to move on the ground. Here we go. Moving on the ground. Hey, where'd everybody go? Oh, there you are.
Northwestern Ohio Railfan asks, question to you, Genesis Engine. Will you railfan the Fillmore and Western Railroad? Well, it depends on where it is and if it's even coming back to service, because from what I heard, it's going under new ownership, and that all depends if the railroad comes back in service or not, so I'm not too sure. It's kind of a maybe at this point. Railfan99 asks, when is it going to be the next Engine's Metrolink episode? Well, if you're talking about the one where I discussed the Bombardier cab cars, that's already been released, but however, if you're talking about the F-59 PHI episode, I'm not too sure myself, but it's coming, don't worry. I've already gotten the script and the lines done, and including a special guest. You should stay tuned to that one. Sean Bodine asks, will you go see the Norfolk and Western 611 at Strasbourg? Unfortunately, no, given the fact that I'm here stuck in frickin' California, which kind of has its own problems, given the fact that there's been recent earthquakes and the whole you-know-what. But, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Which version of the Genesis do you like better? P40 DC, P32 ACDM, or P42 DC? Just look at my DVR. I think we can definitely tell from there. No, seriously, I enjoy the P40 DC more. Something about the strobes that just makes me like them more. Gives them more character, no? Hugo, the cool shout-out video maker, 1998 AUTTP ATHDTC. I have absolutely no idea how what all those letters mean, but whatever. Says, well, asks, Amtrak 819, 262, and 312 dies in a Big Bayou Bridge by the boat accident.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
Yeah, I'm not the type of person to take requests. Sorry about that.
Railfan K Train Productions asks, what is your favorite railroad? For Class 1, that go to Union Pacific. Passenger, obviously Amtrak. For Fallen Flag, that go to the B&O. And I guess for West, that go to, the Rio Grande. And for Class 2, that go to Montana Rail Link. And for Class 3, that would go to Central California Traction. What's your favorite locomotive? For steam passenger, that would go to the Norfolk and Western J class. For steam freight, that would go to the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 05B. For diesel freight, that would go to the GMD/EMD SD40-2F. For diesel passenger, that go to the P40DC as opposed to the F40PH. Wow, finally, somebody has the GE Genesis as a favorite. F40 fans, please don't get mad at me. Anyways, moving on. For electric freight that go to the E60, I mean, it was more suited for a freight service to begin with, so I'm counting it. And for electric passenger that go to either the GG1 or the AEM7. What's your favorite video? Definitely the Roseville documentary. I felt like I put a lot of effort, especially since I was learning how to use green screens using iMovie. Yeah, you can probably tell that I used that, so yeah. Anyways, moving on, what is your favorite heritage unit? Well, depends on the railroad. For CP, that go to 750 to the Tuscan Red White units. For CN, that go to 3115, the BC Rail Heritage unit. For Amtrak, that go to 822, I mean, duh, that's me. For Union Pacific, that go to 1995. For moving on to the east, for CSX, that go to, well, the F40s, duh. That's basically the only heritage unit that CSX has made so far, other than the 9 and 11 units. Well, the units like, I'm giving thanks to our law enforcement, the Independence unit, and of course to our 911, obviously. In which probably for freight, that out of all of them, I'd say 911. For NS, that definitely go to 1073. Yes, I'm a Penn Central fan. However, there's also 1067 and 1066 that I like. I'm also a New York Central fan, so Pennsy fans do not to go after me. We all like what we want to like. Moving on, so for Metro, that go to 90. I like having a F89 PHI in a heritage scheme. And I think that's it. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye then.
We're on.
Brendan Yu asks, do you think the TriMet WES service should be extended to Portland? I mean, if you're going to wanting to have a commuter service, then obviously, I mean, hello, it's the most populated city in all of the state. Do you think Amtrak will upgrade Riverfront Station in Nashville to multiple tracks? I don't think so, given the fact that it's really Music City Star, which is the only train that's really stops there. To my knowledge, of course. I'm not too sure if any Amtrak trains run there, since I'm a Westerner. But yeah, either way, I'm not too sure they would. How would you say the Baby Bullet service? Honestly, I just say the Baby Bullet service by just harnessing like the KISS EMUs. Like the KISS EMUs, I mean, I'm pretty sure they were made for speed and everything. So I think that the Baby Bullet service could be harnessed using those and just have express service just run through. So yeah, moving on. Roho Railfan asks, what got you into trains? Well, pretty much like everybody else, Thomas, but there's also another VHS tape that I have at my grandaunt's house. I'm not too sure. Last time I checked, she had it somewhere in her garage. I'm not too sure what it is, but I'm not too sure what the title is, but I'll keep you posted in my DeviantArt if I find it.
Trainman3985 asks, what inspired your name, a Genesis engine? Well, my favorite diesel locomotive just happens to be the P40DC as opposed to many choosing the F40PH. Well, and the fact that Amtrak A22 is my favorite heritage unit. What got you into trains, or how did you get into trains? Well, like I said before, Thomas, still pretty much Thomas, and that one VHS I mentioned earlier. Favorite steam, diesel, and electric locomotives? I listed all 6 of them with Railfan K-Train Productions, but I'll just give you my top 3. Those 3 being the O5B, the P40DC, and the EM7. Favorite soda? Dr. Pepper. Although if I had to choose Pepsi or Coca-Cola, it'd be Coca-Cola Espuma. In terms of trains you haven't seen yet, what do you hope to see in the future? Well, I'm pretty sure that I'd definitely like to go over to the Northeast Corridor, Sherman Hill. Hell, I mean, I think I'm gonna be going to the California Zephyr train. Well, going on the California Zephyr train soon. I plan to actually record my trips on the journey there and actually format it into something kind of like America by Rail, but I'll see what happens soon. What do you get when you mix Mark Twain with bubblegum? A choo-choo twin. Funny. Did laugh. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Southern Pacific, yay or nay? That gets a yay for me, especially since I'm right next to SP trackage.
And that pretty much marks the end of the Q&A. Got more questions than the last YouTube Q&A, but around the same as the DeviantArt Q&A I did a few months ago. Wait, hold on. How many months ago was it? Let me see here. So, oh. Nearly a year ago. Well then, okay. So, yeah. Been a year ago, and yet we still got the same amount of questions. Either way, this was mainly a test just to see how much more people have managed to follow me. Not that I'm starting to get greedy or anything, you know. Just trying to find out, you know, some facts and everything. Can you blame me? Anyways, so I hope to see you next time when we cover some. I hope to see you next time when I cover some more topics, whether it be Andrew Zavia, Andrew Metrolink, or any other shitpost and rail fanning video I come up with. See you then! Railfan K-Train Productions asks, what is your favorite railroad? My... Damn it. Train around 1980... Alright, here we go. Speed. I am speed.
made a miss.